folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to the Minecraft 2025 Let's Play Adventure, where we've got the beginnings of a beautiful bridge here, and I'm glad I decided to sleep on it, because while thinking about it earlier today, I got to realizing, like, you know what? It doesn't really matter what pattern we do in the middle. Well, it does. That does matter. But we gotta do something about the sides here, and what I was thinking was that whatever material we choose to use, we do stairs inverted up against it, so that it more naturally folds in, creating kind of like a U shape that we walk along. And we're not going to do the ice, because we don't need to. This is a village, like a peasant bridge, for peasants to get from that village to that village, and always come back or we'll go get them. You know, that's the idea here. You're not escaping from this wonderful island home. You want to live in it. For sure. And then while editing, I was looking at it and I was like, man, you know what would be cool is if we built another bridge? Not right now, but from here to here, like a big bridge, like with a big arch in the middle, and then that represented the separation between the North Sea and the South Sea. And I was like, oh, I like that idea! That tickled my fancy quite a bit. But then I really got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know what would help with this project? If I could move more quickly while I'm crouched. And we have something that we can use to make that dream a reality. The only thing barring us from doing so is our current lack of levels in regards to how many levels it's going to take to do the thing. So if we're going to do this, we want to do it right? We want to have both of our Swift Sneak 2s combined together for a Swift Sneak 3, which is going to require 12 levels, which means that I need to go do some farming. Now, I would like to go up to my fishing grotto and do it there, but I'm pressed for time, as tends to happen when I wait till the last minute to record these, which is something that keeps happening. Sorry that yesterday's video came out so late in the afternoon, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if this one was as bad, but I'm going to hopefully make sure it's not the case. Goodness me, stop that! And then hopefully tomorrow's will be on time. We will have to wait and see. I don't know 100% for sure, one way or the other. But we need to switch out to our Flight Duration 3 rockets. There we go. And now we should be able to make our way across here just fine. That's where we're headed, where we're going to get up to 12 levels, get those two books combined, and then find out what's going to be required to put that on our pants. There's nothing else we need on our pants, right? I know we were also trying to get Soul Speed? Soul Sneak? Whatever that one is. Does that one go in the pants or does that one go in the boots? See, that's the problem. Is eventually we're going to get to a point where there's too many things on the pants, and in order to add anything else, we'll have to strip it all off, which means I gotta go find more Swift Sneaks. So I should probably check real quick. While we wait on them to start spawning, typically takes 30 seconds or so, but they do eventually start spawning, I'm gonna quickly look up. What am I gonna type in here? Let's see. Minecraft enchantment calculator. Something I've looked up many times before. There they are, by the way. The great thing about the enchantment calculator is if I just pick, like, let's say boots, it'll show me all of the various different enchantments, including, looks like the boots get Depth Strider, Frostwalker, Soul Speed. Soul Speed goes on the boots, whereas Swift Sneak goes on the leggings, and from the looks of all the things that you can put on our leggings, that's the last thing I'm going to want to put on these leggings. So that is good. Let's just get up to 13 levels, and we'll see whether or not we have well, no, we won't. We won't see anything. What we will do is we will combine the books together, and then what we will do is, well, I guess we will see one thing, that's for sure, and that's going to be, we're going to see how many levels it's going to take to put that on the pants, because I'm going to be here for a while, depending on how long it takes, and also I am going to move this over here, which we talked about before, which is going to help doing certain things like this, you know, so that we have more storage space inside of here. Gonna make that a lot easier. Gotta be diligent about tossing that in there. I'm trying to figure out... So, I would really like to get golems in here that can help us organize all of this stuff. And we're almost there. Folks, all the mods are updated. They just don't all work with each other. I've tried removing them, uninstalling them, reinstalling them, updating the NeoForge version. We're up to the latest version of all the mods, and the latest version of NeoForge. And it just crashes when loading the mods. And the problem is, it's not just like one mod conflicting with another. Because I can strip out all the mods, and then only add back some of them, and it works. And then I can add one, and it crashes, and I can take it back out, and it works. And I can add a different one, and it crashes, and put it back in, and it... And so it's like, there's multiple conflicts, and I basically have to just pick and choose, like, well, do I want this mod, but not this mod? Do I want to, pass up on this to have this? It's sort of a tough decision to make, and probably the reason a lot of folks don't bother with mods. But that's Swift Sneak right there. Now, don't look, but I'm going to take my pants off. That's going to require 28 levels. We're only at level 3. We've got a ways to go. 20, wait, did I say 28 or 23? I think I said 28 and I had 3 levels. Was it actually 28 levels? Hold on, that seems absurdly high for this. Let me double check that real quick. That's not going to work at all. 28. That's probably going to be the last thing we can put on these pants. That's going to after that, it's going to be the case of, enchantment level requires too much, whatever, however the silly thing works, this silly system they've got. Why do they even bother doing that? When, like, programs exist that let you determine, okay, literally everything I can possibly put on these pants, I can put on these pants. I just have to put it on in the right order. They've turned it into, like, a really annoying puzzle. It's not like they're actually preventing you from putting everything on there. Not that I want them to. I would hate for them to be like, oh, you have to decide, do you want mending or thorns? Like, no, that's dumb. The system, I'd want to be able to put everything on there. But why do this silly prior work penalty nonsense? It's not needed, it's not necessary, it doesn't achieve anything. I'm messing with the little floating orbs of XP there by dodging back and forth and making them follow me. It's fun and funny. Trying to get a big old wad of them right there to get it all in one go, because I think that's going to be fun and funny. Okay, here we go. Good stuff. Look at it go. 17 levels. Hot diggity dang dog. Look at all those swords. You think these guys would drop something a little bit better. Well, it's a good thing that that's fireproof. Jeez. How did that even happen? I mean, I know it's because I clicked something on the mouse by accident. But still. I mean, even though I know it's fireproof as well, for like a moment, I had a real hit in my stomach. It's sad when you do this so many times that you get to a point that the fact that there's, oh look, there's 4 wither skeleton skulls in there. It's like, oh, who cares? That's not what we're here for. We're here for levels. This was made to be a wither skeleton skull farm, and it just so happens that the best thing about it is the sheer volume of XP that it provides. What are the odds? You know what? We talked about adding a central island to the bridge, and as I was thinking about it, I was sitting here like, oh, you know what? We do have all these skulls. We should definitely double down on building just an absurd amount of beacons. And I was like, oh, we could put a beacon in the middle of the bridge. And we could, and we should. This ought to be it right here. Got a whole bunch of XP there. Yeah, see, I knew, though, it takes so much more to get to from 27 to 28 than it does early on. So, here we go. The final thing we will ever be able to put on our boots here. Swift Sneak 3. Very exciting. We're not going to find out whether or not we can put anything else on there right now until we have, like, something else we would actually try to put on there. But, I'm curious to try sneaking swiftly. So, should we test it right here? How about right here? Okay. Oh my gosh! It's just like walking at normal speed. Walking. Swift sneaking. This is wonderful! Walking. Swift sneaking! This is gonna make building bridges so much easier. Well, not easier, just faster. You know, where you have to just hold down the button and wait. That whole process is gonna be a lot better now. So here's the fun game of collecting all the treasure and then getting out of here while leaving no one behind. Because if I leave anyone behind, I'll feel bad about it. Okay, here we go. No. We're good. In fact, we're going. Now that we can swiftly sneak, it's also going, like, look, you can't even tell. You can't even tell! Like, I ducked down ever so slightly, but you can't see the difference. It's wonderful! Oh my goodness, exploring ancient cities is going to be such a different experience now. I'm very excited. Well, give me these. Give me these, because we don't actually know which one we're going with. But, for the sake of demonstration, Look how much faster I can do things like this. Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, you know what? Actually, I've never needed to crouch to do this, actually, so that one doesn't really... It's definitely smoother, I feel. Yeah, there's no reason to be crouched while doing that, so I don't know what I was thinking. But other projects, it's going to be beneficial. Now I've just got to pick. Like, do I want that? Or do I want that? Initially, I really liked the idea of the wood on the bridge. It's a good color contrast. It's so much darker. I like it. But do we use too much of the dark oak already? Should we use the dark oak over here? I never did like what we ended up doing here. I want to fix it. I'm going to fix it right now. Maybe, by fixing this, we'll find what we want to do for the bridge. So, I'm thinking something like this, maybe? Where it's just the white in the middle there, not the marble, but the diorite, the polished diorite. And then I sort of did this. I don't know if that's really what we're going to do, so much as just having it be sort of flat there. Did these sort of little spiky crenellation things. The problem with that is that it really only works in areas where the spacing is correct for it. So you're not going to be able to do that everywhere. And then also here, I just did what was there before, which was slabs. But we could also do... Oh! Heaven help me, that was loud. I think there was a cat that just jumped into the window outside. Probably Mio. If I had to guess, she does that sometimes. Very scary, though. I don't know why she does that. Every time she does it, like, I think I'd be used to it. But there we go, something like that. I do certainly think that I like that more than this over here. I actually hate it right here, because I feel like I like it better with that sort of sharp drop-off. So I think get rid of that one, and then fill all that back in. And then, goodness me, get me back up here. Oh, heaven help me. Let's go. Come on. Okay. So we're still not getting that same sharp drop-off because that doesn't have a block here, but that's better. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably the future of these walkways over here. All of this is going to be diorite. All of that'll be diorite. All of this will be diorite. We're going to do away with the pale oak eventually. I like that. I think that's good here, but is that what we want over here? And if we do want that, do we also still want this in the middle? Because that's starting to grow on me, you know? I don't know, I'm starting to like that a little bit. You know what? It's a bit more grandiose than just using gosh darn oak wood on the bridge. Maybe it's time we have something that is a little bit grandiose. Maybe it's time we double down on something for the aesthetics and for the power play. To say, hey, welcome to my empire. Our colors are gray, white, and green for some reason. The great thing about using all of these slabs and everything is that, you know, mobs can't spawn on them. Tell you what we're going to do. We're actually going to get a stone cutter and go down there with all of our diorite. And we are going to set up a portion of the bridge with the design that I'm thinking of, but we're not going to finish the whole thing because we might not end up liking it. And this way we'll have a couple of days to sit with it, because tomorrow's episode is going to be, like many episodes before it, almost entirely based in the end fighting the dragon, meaning we're not going to be able to make any progress on this then. So we're going to have at least until Thursday to think this over and determine whether or not this is the path of the future. Literally, because it's a path. It's a bridge. I guess we'll go as far as we already did. I think, you know what? We'll go 6 more. Because that's how many more stairs that I already have. Only issue is I don't have a lot of the oxidized, so I brought that stack we had of the normal ones, and we'll just have to leave them to weather. Or will we? We might end up liking them in the traditional bronze color as well. That's the one problem we're going to run into here. Is there's going to be 2 different colors, and we got to pick which one we like the most. I think there's actually more things you can do with copper as well in the latest version that we don't have access to, regrettably. Here we go. Darn it! I was going to say, I've got it. I've got the perfect system, but it doesn't, like, work. I'm trying to get a system down where I can just hold the button, and I don't have to click the button. And it's so much harder than you think to get, like, your positioning correct to make that happen. And make sure that you're not standing so far away that it can do a double. I think I got it right here. I don't know why this works, but for whatever reason, this is doing it. And I'm about to run out of slabs, darn it. I had a good thing going there, and it ended. I've got plenty more slabs in my inventory, don't mistake. It's just... okay. So here's where we're at now. Yeah, so you can kind of see the two different design decisions we're going to have to make. Do we like the green? Or do we like the proper copper? Proper copper rhymes. Not that that's relevant in any way. I think I do like the green a bit more. This is probably going to be what we do for the bridge. The only question now is, what goes over here on the sides? Because we've got to have either wall or fence or something along the sides. And we've got to decipher now, not decipher, but determine even now. Oh, no, we don't have to do it right now, but like, look at that wall. Obviously, it cannot be diorite wall, because they don't have the polished diorite wall, and regular diorite is more like diarrhea, if it was bleached, I guess. It's awful looking is what I'm trying to say. Wait a minute! Copper bars exist in the new update! Yeah, I was gonna say, because iron bars I don't think would be good, but copper bars, to match the cut copper slabs, would probably slap. Oh, I love that that's exactly what we're going to do, and we've decided it already. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the bridge. I know what I said about, you know, oh, let's sleep on it. We'll have till Thursday to make a decision. Nah, we've made our decision. It's gonna be green. We gotta wait for all of this to oxidize, and then we've got to smear some stuff on it to make sure that it doesn't deoxidize. Stuff being beeswax, and we will. We will smear the stuff on it. Smear it all over that. But, yeah, no, I think we've decided this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to sleep, and because I don't remember how long it's been since I've slept, and I don't want to be beset by demons from the sky, or anywhere else for that matter. You know, they'll sneak up on you. So, yeah, let's go to bed. First things first. We'll grab ourselves some waxed... Oh, do they become waxed slabs? We don't want them to be waxed. Oh, you know, we could probably skip straight to the wax oxidized copper and just go straight to... Yeah, wax oxidized copper slab. Yeah, okay. I mean, we're going to leave the ones we've already put down. We'll just wax them later, but that does unfortunately mean that this is going to be two-toned for a bit, which is kind of grody. But such is life. What can you really do about it, you know, at the end of the day? Or I'm going to decide, because I really want the thumbnail of the finished project, that we will go ahead and remove those segments. I'll tell you what. Let's do the green stripe down the middle first, and then we'll do the whites to either side. And when it's all said and done, we'll have a look at, you know, how are they coming along oxidizing. And if the answer is not at all, which is probably going to be what the answer is, yeah, we'll go ahead and rip them back up. I probably shouldn't have started a new building project when there is a big update that has already been released that adds a bunch of new blocks that I'll probably want to use. I probably should have timed that better. It did not occur to me that would happen. It didn't occur to me till just now that this was probably a mistake, and it's too late now to roll back the hands of time. We've already started the project. Anything can be changed in the future. It's just a matter of how irritating it's going to be to have to change it. You know what has just occurred to me as well is that replacing the stone brick stairs at the top here with the polished diorite stairs would probably even look good from the outside, because it would make that top lip a different color from the bottom lip. It adds some contrast. Also, I thought about coming back along under here and adding something. Some little piece down here, like a slab of stone brick. I don't know. We might end up regretting this entire thing. We might think this entire thing looks awful when we're done. I don't know yet. Boom! Done! Gotta say, looking pretty good. Like the look of it. Like the look of it a lot. Very pleased. We could get a great thumbnail shot if Mr. Happy Gast would fly back over here and hit just the right angle. Actually, I think he might have just did it. I think we might be there. Awesome. This is where we're at for now. I still am considering maybe coming back along here and changing the side of the upper piece to a different color. We might leave that as it is, though. We might leave the outside of the bridge as is, not alter it any. Ooh, what's it look like from down below? It just kind of looks like a bridge. It's nothing. And a shocking twist to no one. Kind of just looks like a bridge. We do have to figure out where to put posts, and that's going to be determined by wherever the center ends up being. So I've got to measure out like the exact middle from here to here, and then, you know, wherever that center is, we then separate an even number of pillars that go down. And the pillars are going to be rather small, with the exception of the center ones that form the... Oh, you know what I just realized is mobs can spawn up here. Oh yeah, because there's one right there. And so they will spawn up here until we either add lights, which we're going to add lights, of course. We can't not have lights up here. But eventually as well... Oh, jeez. Drop anything? Yeah, give me all that. I need that. I can't leave that behind. I'm in desperate need of that. It's weird to just walk on the bottom of the ocean. I guess this guy does it every day. He's used to it, though. It's a different situation for him. What's he doing down here? We don't spend enough time under the water. Not that there's much to do. The most time I spend down here is when I come down here to hunt for the squids with the glowing sacks. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to add another one of the ocean monuments breathing thing. That's not what it's called. It has nothing to do with ocean monuments, really. One of these little things that gives you the conduit. And we need to add another conduit somewhere down there so that I can breathe underwater while working on the pillars and everything. We're going to need a whole underwater bunker to work from, really. Yeah, I need to see what's new in the pack, what's been added, so I can determine what to put up here. Because, I mean, we're not just going to do this, right? Surely not. Surely that's not what this is going to end up being. I refuse, in fact. It's definitely not going to be the stairs. We want to be able to see over the edge. But it also needs to provide, like, a proper break, which this doesn't. That's what I'm saying, you know? If the copper bars, we just got to get it working, get the update working, get the copper bars in there, and then it might look a little funky, because it's sitting on top of the oh, jeez. It's sitting on top of the stone, which is a different color from the rest of it. See, that's the thing. That's the problem. Until it's done, I'm not going to be content with it. I'm going to be constantly thinking about, like, well, did we do the right thing? Should we have done it differently? Did we really need to put Swift Sneak on here to build this bridge? No, we didn't. It didn't contribute in any way. That's it for today, though. Until next time, thank you folks for watching. God bless each and every single one of you. See you later. Goodbye.